that what we doing today? Bro, I ain't gonna lie. Today is a day already. First of all, happy Monday. Happy Monday to everybody out there. Welcome back to the Flex Mind Network. Thank you for stopping by. I'm starting early today because turns out I got work at 5. If I was to start at 4:30, that's my time to leave. And I got to get there by 5. So we can't do that. Okay, we can't do that. So we're going to start now. Okay, we're only doing one video. I have other videos. We're going to save that for tomorrow. Now, when it comes to tomorrow, I don't know if we're going to have another session at the dance studio. But if we do, then it's going to be another short live. But I'll see if I can get on earlier, make it at least 2 hours, and then go from there. If not, then it is what it is. But if I don't have a session tomorrow, we chilling. We're chilling. I just want to let y'all know. What's good, Quickie? How you feeling? So, yeah, one video, one and done. We're going to make this quick. I got work. So, yeah. Man, yo, today's a day already. Y'all see how gloomy it is outside? Bro, first of all the snow melted because it's been raining. Okay? We haven't been getting snow for weeks. It's gloomy as hell. It like outside just look dirty. Outside just literally looks dirty because of all this rain washing away the snow. I don't like that. That's not good energy to me. But it's cool. We got that energy inside here. Okay, we in here. We good. We lit. All right? So, with that being said, let's go ahead and lock in. Let's hit this record button. Let's get started because we are limited on time, all right? Bro, what are you doing? Seriously, what are you doing? Man, I said W no snow. All right, relax. Not too much. I like snow. Kind of. Not really. I'm Canadian. Allow it. Anyway, what are you doing? Last time I checked, you trying to appeal. If I'm correct. You wanted to appeal the lawsuit you lost. But just okay, that's not even my main issue. My main issue is why do we continue to allow the behavior in the culture? That's the real question. I already know it's a rhetorical question. Okay, it's not about, it's because no, I get it. I'm right there with you. But I'm asking the question for the sake of saying it so others can hear. Why do we continue to allow this behavior? This kind of behavior in the culture is pretty destructive, if I say so myself. And personally speaking, it takes a level of growth to just let this go. And besides, of all the things that we have learned about streams and where they actually came from, do you think Spotify is your issue? Your issue is not Spotify. Your issue should be with Billboard, but you know what? That's up to you. We already figured it out. We already went through that little rabbit hole, so we know a lot more now than before. But if you're going to cry about bots, stop. Because it doesn't look good on you. There's a lot of people, there's a lot of artists and rappers out here. The way that they're just not paying attention and reading the room. Because y'all lack that level of thinking, it's destructive to your image. This is destructive. Don't forget, I'm from land. I'm from here. I'm right here. All right, Toronto, GTA, you see it. I'm right here. What's good, Shanice? I'm right here. Understand that. It doesn't look good for us. I don't care what anybody says here. Because a lot of people are not even paying attention to the overall landscape of what's going on in the industry. But I am. It's not looking good. So, if I'm taking my time to figure it out, why can't y'all? Not you guys. Not y'all good. Flex Mob good. All right? Let's make that clear. What's good, Ant? Let's go ahead and lock in though, because limited time, right? So one video, we're out. Let's make it happen. We're gonna tap in with the Ville. Let's go. You, right here in the small box, right here in the small box. Welcome back to Flex Mob Reactions, only on the Flex Mob Network. I'm Flex. Welcome back to the channel. I said lawsuit. Anyway, you gotta let it go. You gotta let it go. You got an album to focus on. If you really want to turn things around for yourself, you must focus on that album. It better not be a compilation album. We already went over that as well. It doesn't work. We're not in that time anymore. We want the storytelling. We want the substance. We want the depth. Pause. But we want to hear something, not just feel something. We've been feeling something for years. Pause. But where's the growth? Because it's not looking good right now for a lot of artists. Because of these things that they lack. Their projects, their music, it's not hitting. And if you can't understand why it's not hitting, let me break it down for you real quick and keep it real simple. We're tired. We're fed up. Me, right here in the small box, I'm a consumer. I consume music. I don't like it. And it's not just me. It's not a personal thing. It's the population. Anyway, y'all know I can yap. Make sure you like, comment, share, subscribe. Let me know what you think about the video. Drop a comment down below. Let me know what you think about the reaction. Hit that notification bell so you get notified when I drop my video or when I'm live, like right now. Let's go ahead and get started. What's good, Josh? How you feeling? All right, let's go.
Drake decided to get back on stream, but this time around, he decided to take aim at Spotify. It doesn't look like he's going to take a shot at another rapper, but this time he decides to go at the streaming companies that he was blaming for his loss of the battle.
What the hell is going on with the screen?
That's right. He still blames Spotify and UMG.
Why my screen go black? Or is it just me? Hold on. Sorry, because I'm watching the stream on my phone. I'm trying to figure out why it went black. That's weird. Here, let me refresh this. Oh, you know what? Yeah, why my screen go black? That's so random. Anyway, it's cool. We're gonna figure it out. Oh, Jesus, man, my neck. My whole screen went black. I don't get it. All right, let's see if this works. Is my screen good? Like, I don't see shit. I might need a clap or something. Nah, cause like, okay, from what I see on OBS, like, I'm perfectly fine. But I'm looking on my phone, and I don't see shit. So I'm confused. Man said add Anthony D. Dawson. That's crazy. Oh, she's waiting. Oh, she's spending Christmas here. That's lovely. I'm glad I'm hearing that. What the fuck? Is YouTube app is bugging? Like, is it just me? Oh, you can see the screen here. So so it is okay. I had to restart the application. I was confused. Anyway, let's get started, bro. I was like, what? How'd it just go black like that? Anyway.
Drake decided to get back on stream, but this time around, he decided to take aim at Spotify. It doesn't look like he's going to take a shot at another rapper, but this time he decides to go at the streaming companies that he was blaming for his loss of the battle. Yeah, that's right. He still blames Spotify and UMG for the reason why he lost this battle against Kendrick Lamar. But let's get into the reason why. he doesn't like Spotify in the first place. Because if you remember way back when, Drake had dropped the UMG Spotify legal action over Not Like Us. This is kind of when back in January or December, they decided to settle out of this petition. Drake withdrew the petition against UMG and Spotify on January 14th. The rapper and his legal team sat down with the companies earlier in the day. The petition was withdrawn in the state of New York, and it's been stated that there will not be cost to any party as a result. It's important to note, however, that the rapper filed the petition in both New York and Texas. The Texas petition is still active and wasn't addressed by Drake's legal team, not yet, at least. Drake's decision to withdraw the petition has surprised many and led to speculation as to why. There's an explanation at the time when Drake decided to drop the petition against Spotify and UMG at the same time. Now, the defamation lawsuit was still active, and at this time, the Texas one wasn't dismissed yet. That was handled later on, and that was later resolved. But this is when he decided to drop the legal action against Spotify. This is when he was speaking really strongly about Not Like Us being botted, only later to backpedal and withdraw from legal action. Now Drake is on live stream with Ben the Don, calling Spotify botify.
No background music?
You know what? They don't, but I guarantee that they. I can play it on Spotify real quick. I mean,
We'll play it then. And take us full screen before we go to Blackjack.
Drake is taking.
Why? Bro, do you understand? If I was in your position as an artist, do you not realize I would have my own belt to ass, be locked in the studio, perfecting the album? Because there's no way I can get caught dropping some garbage again. I want to make sure I drop something where everybody has no choice but to like this, or make as many people as possible like this. Why are you moving like this? That's my question. Because it's like little kid antics. You trolling Spotify, calling them botify. Bro, there's no time for mistakes right now. This album is going to make it or break it, not only for you, but for the city that you love to claim on every tour that you go on. Everybody's going to hear about Toronto in some sense. But when the news come out and when everything is revealed, and then you top that off with an album that's mid, that's going to be a big problem. Why don't you realize that? It's like you just stuck in this mindset. It's like you don't want to leave this mindset. You're not always right. You're not always good, but you got to work on yourself. Am I wrong? Bro, you sound crazy speaking like this, man. Come on, lock in on the album.
Aim this way because he still thinks in his head that UMG and Spotify
What's good, Jordan?
are responsible for his loss. Is the reason why he lost. This is why he's so upset. He's not going to take accountability that he just wasn't in the skill bracket to beat or win in this battle. So he calls it botify. But you know what's even crazier than that is that when we talk about Spotify, when we talk about streaming, the person that's most streamed on there is Drake. It's just crazy how you would call them botify when you're the most daily streamed person on.
You know what? I didn't want to say it yet because I want to save that for later on. But if we're going to go there, we're going to go there. Botify. You're going to call it botify, but you claim the #1 spot on Botify. No, you know what? For the rest of the stream, we're going to call it Botify because we're going to match energy right now. All right? So watch this. Drake. Why are you trying to talk ish about the same people that blessed you? That's my question. I know, listen, I don't know how it is out there, but I know how people talk here. When people talk down, they make it petty. They make it childish like that. Take a little jab like that. It's silly. It's silly behavior. This is the last thing you need to do right now. Bro, you dropped the snippet and nobody liked it. Let's keep it tall. As far as I see, you haven't really been rapping for real. You haven't been rapping for real. And the last time you dropped the bar, you were talking about girls dancing on stage with a dictionary. Like that was going to hit. Bro, don't you not see what's going on around you? For somebody that's supposed to be the leader, Mr. Innovator, with your live stream with the Iceman series, it's not really looking innovative right now because you're just stuck in your ways. You out here like a terrible ex. Like, that's how you moving. You're moving like you just went through a breakup with another nigga again. And you, instead of looking within yourself, you want to look all everywhere else. And you know what? Let me not say too much.
There, Drake has been streamed 55.5 million times on Spotify daily, is what they're saying here. Most daily Spotify.
And keep in mind, that's the front half of the catalog that he doesn't own. Never forget that part. When Lil Wayne sold off parts of catalogs, part of Drake's catalog disappeared in that sale. He don't own that. Lil Wayne sold his ish. Never forget that.
Spotify streams. But this is just one textbook example of the analytics counting Drake as #1 on Spotify, where he claims they bought their music. Wouldn't they also bought for the person that they mostly stream and mostly advertise? People don't forget this stuff, bro. People don't forget back when Scorpion was dropping and all.
This is the exact reason why I hate the Scorpion album, because it was over. Like, literally, you know how you season food? You know how you put seasoning pan chicken? All right, when you want to make jerk chicken. You either want to get the jerk seasoning, or you want to make the marinade. You see it? But you know when when you over season things, you put just too much seasoning on the chicken. Chicken gets salty. Me not like salty chicken. You see it? That's what I'm seeing all over here, bro. It's just like it's too much, and we know how this works. We know how this goes, but we've been learning this. We've been watching the reaction videos from other reactors. You're not just learning from me. You're learning from all over the place on this internet. We hear about this all the time. When we look at this is why I hate this. Bro, whoever pushed this album, we already know who it is. But whoever did it, they must have slipped up and just turned the knob up to 10. Because y'all did too much with this. Y'all did too much with this. Now the chicken's salty. Nobody likes salty chicken. I don't like that. The album wasn't even that good in terms of songs. The songs on there, where you think I'm going to play Nice for What Forever? I'm not going to play Nice for What Forever or God's Plan. Nuh-uh. I'm good. I will never use this album for any example out there ever.
All of this is all you could see. Massive dance hits, beast mode, happy pop hits, summer party, UK music, British music, R&B, Friday, UK. Drake's not even from the UK. What are we talking about here? And this is the problem, right? This is the problem, because there's still an active lawsuit currently. There is still a current active lawsuit involving RBX going against Spotify.
Of course not, Jordan. He would not complain at all.
Directly, and it's in regards to Drake.
Spotify
claims billions of Drake streams were fraudulent. A new class action lawsuit accuses the streaming platform of turning a blind eye to mass scale fraudulent streaming. Now it goes back to the conversation, right? How does our
Spotify claims billions of Drake streams were fraudulent. A new class action lawsuit accuses the streaming platform of turning a blind eye to mass scale fraudulent streaming. What is your goal by claiming Spotify is Spotify? What is your goal? Because as far as I see it, as the star of the show, okay, you're at the top of the chart for the year. What is the reasoning behind saying it's Spotify? Did you slip up like Nicki Minaj? Calling dude an assassin is crazy. Anyway, did you slip up like her? Calling it Spotify? Have you been using Spotify a lot? Have you kept Spotify on your mental Rolodex of words that you use? I'm asking for a friend. Because I literally don't see the reason as to why. I can probably think like there's some Torontonians out there that's probably going to sit down and watch this, be like, oh, this guy's bashing. Is it wrong to just question? Is it wrong to just use my brain and think, brainstorm? Are you trying to stop me from doing what I'm made to do as a person, as a human, which is using my brain? Because I know how people around here going to run around and start talking as soon as they see a video like this. It's like y'all don't want people to be smart. Y'all want people to be dumb. The whole city dumb. Like, that's why I'm not too much on that, because I'm teasing. Remember, entertainment purposes. But you understand where I'm going with this. It's ridiculous. I can't sit here and read this and not question it. That's blasphemy.
RBX know about this? How does Drake know about these fraudulent streams that are going under Spotify's noses, unless they're turning a blind eye to allow Drake to do this so they could reap off the benefits also, and that the other artists could go starving, the other artists that Drake claims that he was speaking up for in this lawsuit. But in hindsight, all he did was point out that people in the industry use bots, and he's pointing at the people that actually just turned a blind eye to him, allegedly, while he does it himself, but gets mad when he thinks that they're going to do it for someone else. However, again, this case with Kendrick Lamar, it was dismissed. The lawsuit that Drake had made for Kendrick Lamar failed. And again, to repeat, he had withdrawn the legal action from Spotify before the Not Like Us defamation case was dismissed. So in hindsight, he took L after L. All of these claims were frivolous and ended up getting dismissed because you couldn't prove that Not Like Us was being botted. However, you had shed so much light on bot farming as a general conversation in hip hop that now fans are woke to this shit, and now they're pointing out anybody else who is using fraudulent streams. I think Drake did more damage to himself.
Way Too Sexy was no. Young Thug admits on leak call that he paid $500K, or not 500, $50K to go number one. Is this why Way Too Sexy went number one for first week? There's no way. There's no way. There's no way. I'm going to get to 21 Savage in a second, but there's no way Way Too Sexy was botted. There's no. Here's the reason why I'm not necessarily disagreeing with it, but I'm questioning it, because even though the content, like, this is literally going back to my conversation that I had with What Did I Miss? The conversation that I had with What Did I Miss, I was talking about how the beat was good. Like, the sound choice was good. But it's the content in the song, which is the lyrics, which I wasn't messing with. This is the same conversation I want to have with Way Too Sexy. Everything about it except the content matter in the song was good. I don't care for that, but you can't just choose a beat like that and I'm not going to like it. I like that kind of ish. But when I sit down and I listen to the song, I can't put this on repeat. You crazy? I would never. That's wild to me. But if Way Too Sexy was botted, oh, Jesus Christ. That's crazy.
And his fellow artists that do bot also, just like him, by exposing this in a court of law. Is this the reason why 21 Savage can't sell 100,000 copies because they can't bot anymore? I'm not sure. It is funny how 21 Savage isn't getting the same look that he got with his last album after all of this bot pointing has gone in place. And Drake is...
I'm supposed to be sheep? Is that my role as a consumer? Is that my role as a Torontonian? I'm supposed to be a sheep? Crazy, ain't it?
Responsible for the bot pointing. He's the one that was pointing at these shady activities, but he's also the one that's at fault here. And with this lawsuit currently active, it's just showing you that Drake still fails to take accountability while still shading the company that he uses, that he undermines to make dollars off of, while other people try to do it the right way. So they say, just like RBX. But without a doubt, there is people that abuse the system. And I believe that Drake was pointing the finger because he's also one of the individuals that manipulates the system. You had to actually take part in these activities, especially when other artists that use the same platform are accusing you of doing so. I think this goes to show that Drake is still not over the loss. Even though he goes on live stream and tries to act unbothered, he is still upset that he couldn't catch a break in the courtroom, that he wasn't able to take legal action against Spotify, that he wasn't able to prove that Kendrick Lamar was botting, because there's no way that that was true. Not Like Us obviously was a big hit, successful within itself. But when you complain about bots, you start talking about bots. And this is how everybody and the fans know about bots.
I will never claim Not Like Us as a song that's botted because of what it did. For what that song did on the internet, you can't bot that. You can't bot that, man. As soon as the song hit the internet, it started the sprint. It was running like the Flash. The Flash has been running for the past year and like 3/4 right now. You know, at this point, the Flash might be getting a little tired. You know, figuratively speaking, but still. The Flash been running around the world like several times. We might have had like 16 different Flash points. I'm a comic nerd a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Anyway. My point is, like, bro, the song is just now losing steam. Keep that in mind. Don't just because it's not on the charts don't mean the song still it's not getting played still. Let's make that clear. That song is still getting played. Let's make that very clear. Okay? But that's crazy. And then looking at 21, because it's just it's too much right now because your timing is horrible. When you are at that level, I want to make this clear because a lot of people might think, oh, nah, you're reaching or whatever. Let me make this clear. When you are at this level of stardom, regardless of what you do, or sorry, not regardless of what you do, regardless of what you say, it's going to we're going to look into it. We're going to talk about it. We're going to have conversations about it because this is you, period. You wanted this. You wanted to be number one. You wanted to be all this and all that. That's cool. But you need to also understand that there's also a microscope on you. There's also a magnifying glass on you. The things that you say matter. If this is a slip up, I'm not saying it's a slip up. I'm just exploring possibilities. But if this is a slip up, you need to control yourself. If this is not a slip up, you need to stop yourself. Plain and simple. You can't do this. You can't do this. This is the price of fame. It's always been like this for years. It has never changed. The concept never changed. The price for fame never changes. So when you start stacking up the details and then you want to add that in there, bro, it's like, what are you doing this for? What's your goal for doing all of this? Is this all for the sake of a rollout? Because Iceman is starting to sound like something sassy. This sounds like a sassy album. Like you can't get your emotions in check. That's weird to me. How could I ever like that? I could never like that. That's weird. I would never, ever do that to myself. No way, no how. Period. Looking at the 21 situation that we watched yesterday when we're going over his album or Mr. Was it Mr. Recoup or Recoup, whatever? That song getting botted, or the whole album getting botted, which it doubled in streams. Not streams, but units. The projection doubled just randomly. That doesn't make sense to me. How's that just happen in like 1 or 2 days? Nah, bro. I'm good. Y'all gotta stop, man. Whatever y'all trying to do, it's not going to work because there are too many changes going on behind the scenes to forever change the music landscape. I've already talked about the timeline. I already talked about how every 10 years music changes. I've been talked about this already. What you need to focus on is the future, and that future involves an album. If you can't understand that, then you must sit down and not drop that album. Go on a break. Go to Turks and Caicos. That's your favorite place to go, right? Go there. Take a break. A year or so, whatever. Because you're not getting it. You're not reading the room. Come on, bro.
Because you pointed the finger at yourself in a way. And with this active lawsuit still going on, and with the appeal still being in process over the defamation case, it's hard to say if his actions are going to take account for the things that they review in court. Who's to say or who's to know? But moving forward, I really think it's strange how Drake still fails to take accountability for all the things that he's done. At this point, you might as well just be quiet about the streaming. You might as well just be quiet about botting, just don't even talk about it at this point. You just do more harm to yourself than good. I bet you anything.
But that should have been the protocol if you're dealing with the appeal. You're like a spoiled rich kid. You're never going to read the room because you're just that clueless. Bro, any regular person that's going through some ish got to be radio silent. You have to be radio silent, bro, especially when you're dealing with some court cases like this. You can't be running around like things are good. Yo, you need to practice radio silence for real. Take a page out of Kendrick's playbook. Read the book that Kendrick read. Yeah, dummy.
21 Savage, his collaborator, right? They would have done really well. They would have done super well if Drake never brought up botting in the first place. He's the reason why this is a conversation piece, right? And now people are trying to defend 21 Savage's album. They're trying to say that he wasn't botting. They're trying to say that 21 Savage's album is doing better now because people are gracefully listening to the song. That's hard to believe. They're trying to say now 21 Savage with the Drake stimulus package went from 37,000 to 57,000. Now it's supposed to go at 90,000 first week. Now that is very confusing beyond levels of comprehension. How did it go up so high? How did the streams bump up so high? Is it really because of the Drake stimulus package, or are they botting? Because this is what's going on. And this is the conversation piece. And it's all because of Drake. It's all because of what he was saying in the courtroom. Now, I don't believe that 21 Savage's album is doing well because people are talking about it, because people are saying things about it, especially when other individuals that you click with and been on the phone with are talking about getting the bot plug. This is Young Thug and 21 Savage and other people talking about bot plugs over the phone. Pretty crazy, bro. But
I want y'all to step into this world with me real quick. So since we're going to be talking about 21 Savage and his weak album, let's talk about this for a second. I don't need to click on it. I already did a reaction to this video. Let me just make that clear real quick. But let's just take a look at this for a second. Now, I know there's a little controversy with this song because it wasn't a traditional first day out track. But either way, the song is doing what it needed to do. This is his first single since he got out, Pooh Shiesty. For people that are not familiar, Pooh Shiesty been in jail for a bit. You know, he did some crime, and he did the time. But the man is free. So he's back to making boss moves and being the leader for his group, all right? For his team. But I wanted to talk about this for a second because if we're going to compare anything to 21 Savage album, it's this song right here. This song spun the world 3 times over. I'm going to keep it tall with you. This song revived something, not only in Memphis, but in certain parts and certain regions of America and, of course, worldwide as well. Pooh Shiesty got a fan base. Everyone's been waiting for some Pooh Shiesty music. What's magical about this is the details that I just told y'all. People's been waiting for Pooh Shiesty. People's been waiting for him to drop. Nobody's been waiting for 21 Savage to drop. Name me anybody, before any of this happened, name me anybody that was waiting for 21 Savage to drop music. Just please, name me anybody that was claiming, yo, you waiting for that new 21 Savage? I can't wait till he... Nobody was waiting. Sorry, not sorry. People waiting for Pooh Shiesty, and the numbers come in easy. Went number 1, easy. Don't sit there and try to say anything good about the album when the album's weak. This song right here, now I know for a lot of people that's in the chat, y'all not messing with this. I get it. My ears are open. I listen to all kinds of music. I don't dwell in certain genres because I tend to get bored and I want to explore. That's how my brain's always been with music. So I'm all over the place with music. But when it comes to hip hop, I'm right there with y'all. Because I can go on adventures and listen to anything out there that's I seem is amazing. But when it comes to culture, we got to come back home and sit in the sofa. Because that's a production right there. But this right here, I will never believe anything they say. Because I look at this And the last thing I'm going to expect is botting, period. Knowing that there's a plethora of people out there waiting. Not only waiting for Pooh Shiesty to be waiting for a sound like this that can get some rotations in the clubs, the strip clubs, etc. I'm not gonna believe them, bro. Y'all botted that. Y'all botted that easy. Bro.
Moving forward, and I said BOTT, bot plug. My bad. I don't know why I had to explain
Botting
that.
plugs are
But yeah,
really funny.
very weird. Very weird how the numbers just start spiking up. Very weird how this just starts happening out of nowhere. Is it bots or are people listening to it? We'll keep it alleged, bro. I'll let you decide that. But for sure, there's no accountability still not taken to this day. And we still have to see what the appeal says and with the RBX lawsuit on the side. So for Drake to say this, I think he should just not talk about it at all, because I think he's done more damage to him and his friends than good. But y'all can tell me how you feel about this and get back to me. Y'all let me know how you feel about this in the comment section. I appreciate everybody rocking with me. Hope everybody has a happy holiday. Make sure y'all like the channel, subscribe to the channel, hype up the video, do all that stuff, man. Don't forget to check out the links in the description. I appreciate everybody out there. Hope everybody has a good Christmas. And I'll see y'all on the next time, man. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see y'all in the next video, man. Peace. Keep it a legend.
What more can I say for real, man? What more can I say? We can stack up the details all day long. But at the end of the day, this is foolish. You have too many things you need to be focusing on to just be on a live stream. That's why the live stream for him, for Aubrey, is a big waste of time. Because there's a lot of things you got to deal with. My question to you is, have you even sat down with your own lawyers? Not no phone call. Have you actually sat down with your lawyers about the situation that you're in? Did you sit down with them at any point of the lawsuits that you dropped? Did you do that? Because the disconnect is astounding to me. Because how is it that on one side they're fighting for you and they're pretty much fighting for your catalog, but on the other side it's like you don't even know what's going on at all? How is there a disconnect when this is supposed to be a team effort? I don't get that. What was the reason? And then all of that, you're trying to appeal. So y'all want a new judge. They can't, we already know for the appeal, they can't bring in no new information. They have to look at the same information again for the appeal with a new judge and see where it goes. We already know that. We already learned that. But don't you think these little details that are sprinkled around the place, don't you think that's going to matter? Because it's just a great big waste of time. Because you're suing for this, but you're the number one person here. Oh my God. So you're suing for this. You're the number one person on the platform and other platforms. But then you say that, Spotify, but you the number one on this platform. But then you want to call it Spotify. And then there's the appeal. Bro, what are we doing? What are we doing? I know I'm not the only one out here using my brain on this. But what are we doing? This is stupid. I'm sorry. Like, this is ridiculous. I don't understand it. And then with everything I learned about what could happen in the industry in the coming years. Bro, what are we doing? You should be preparing for the possible storm to come. Because as far as I see it, you're not going to be ready when that hurricane hit. Look, you got to figure out something. You got to figure out something, because at this point, it's not looking good. It's not looking good. Focus on your music and just keep it pushing. That's it. Just focus on it. Let everything else grow up. What you're doing is not hitting. It's not working. You got to stop. There's just no point for moving like this. Stop live streaming because it didn't work. The live streaming didn't work. None of the songs hit. What did I miss? Almost hit. But the songs are not hitting. Sit down with whatever producer you're dealing with. Create a project that matters. And hopefully that's going to work out for you. But as far as I see it, I don't know what's going to happen. All right, I got a boogie. I got to get out of here in like 4 minutes. I got 4 minutes to get out of here and get on road. So I got a boogie. I did say it was going to be one video. It's going to be short. Y'all got a nice watch though. You know, I'm going to do the upload after work for this video. But I'm going to leave the live stream up for a bit, so, you know. But y'all got a good upload with this one. But I got to bounce. I got a boogie. So, at that point, it's time for work. Y'all already know the spiel already, though. We out of this. We out of here. Listen. Flex Mob, Shadow Mob, I appreciate y'all for tapping in. Thank you for stopping by. It's nothing but love when I see y'all in the chat forever and always. Y'all already know. But I got to get to work. I got to go get this money on. You know what I'm saying? We got to go get this money on. So, at this point, y'all going to see me tomorrow. Don't worry. Y'all going to see me tomorrow. And we got more videos to get through for sure. But for now, y'all know the spiel already. All right, man. Take care. Have a great day. Great night. But y'all already know the spiel. Take care. Be well. Be safe. Stay true. Be you. Live long and long live. Peace. Have a great day. Have a great night wherever you are in this world. But for right now, make sure you take care of yourself, take care of your family, and just be an outstanding individual, all right? Peace. Where's my socks? Oh, 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 oh. Says she wants more than gay. Some Luther Vandross. Little Aaliyah. Let's shut this party off right. Is that Koala? Oh, you gonna come in at the end of the stream, bro? Shoot. I appreciate you for stopping by, though, for sure.